Okay, welcome to the Virtual College Exploration for all West Virginia students, sponsored by West Virginia Association of College Registrars and Admissions Officers and Strauskian. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping items before we begin. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that's happening, so make sure you check out the full schedule at WVACRAO.org. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within a week after at the same website. So I'll turn it over to our presenters.
Thank you so much, and good afternoon, everyone. We're so excited to welcome you to our presentation today. Welcome to the advantages of studying at the premier independent universities in Florida. We are super excited to share information with you today about our 3 schools that make up the premier independent universities of Florida. We're going to do a quick introduction. My name is Omar. I'm with the Office of Admission here at Lynn University. As you can see, my contact information is available, and at the end, I'm going to have the slide once again so you could copy it or take any photos of it. And now I'm going to let my colleagues introduce themselves.
Hi there, my name is Leanne. I'm the admissions counselor from Florida Southern College who works with students from West Virginia. I also work with the Mid-Atlantic states and Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Hello everyone, my name is Julia Blackwell. I'm the admissions representative from Florida Tech. I work with students from West Virginia. I also work with local students in Brevard and Indian River counties, as well as a variety of different states in the West.
So to get started, first and foremost, why should you study at an independent school in Florida? There are tons of great resources. First and foremost, we offer you a quality education. Florida's independent schools are among the nation's top performers. Our schools all range in size, location, and academic programs, and each campus has their own unique feel, which we're excited to share a little bit more about later today. Students at our schools benefit from having a high level of engagement with their professors. We have very little or no graduate assistants leading classes. That ensures that you're being taught by the experts in your field of study. Because of our small class sizes, you're going to find that your professors really get to know you as a student and will often become a mentor and champion in life outside the classroom. Having these kinds of relationships with professors can open the door to a ton of opportunities to participate in and conduct research on campus. Some students even end up receiving stipends to continue their work. With the help of their professors, students from all of our schools have had their work published in peer-reviewed articles and journals, and this is one of the biggest academic accomplishments an undergraduate student can achieve. We also take pride in the fact that our schools provide education with a global focus. In fact, we encourage our students to embrace diversity both on and off campus through international connections and extensive travel opportunities, which each of our schools are going to share a little bit more about later.
All right, so studying at our schools also means that you have access to a variety of Florida's diverse industries for professional experience. Florida is ranked 5th in the nation for high-tech employment and is also home to 15 Fortune 500 companies. Our students are able to pursue internships and career opportunities in fields like aerospace, aviation, and financial and health professional services. Again, there really is something for everyone at our schools, from biological sciences to research to education to health to computer science. Our high quality academics and internship opportunities work together to prepare you for what comes after you graduate, whether that's landing an amazing job in your field of study or getting accepted into a graduate or a professional program.
Career outcomes and affordability, one of the highlights of studying at one of our independent universities here in Florida. We are extremely proud that a combined 92% of our students are gainfully employed, serving in the military, or even continuing their education within 1 year of graduation. As independent schools in the state of Florida, we are dedicated to making our education affordable for our students. While affordability may not always be the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the words independent school, All of our schools offer scholarships and financial aid opportunities that help make affordability a reality for you and your family. Additionally, the vast majority of our graduates earn their bachelor degrees in 4 years or less, which allows you to spend less on your education. In fact, recent studies show that students nationwide are graduating from college in 5 to 6 years. On average, this can end up costing you quite a bit. To be honest, this can end up costing you a little over 40% more on your education. This can be quite a burden on students and on families as well. So much that we've decided that we want to give back to our students to make this affordable. And we've given roughly about $200 million in scholarships and grants combined last year.
Yeah, and with all of that being said, it also doesn't hurt that Florida has the perfect climate to live, learn, and play in too. From Disney and Universal to the nation's top beaches, there is a ton to experience here in Florida. Our mild climate is also perfect for year-round championship-winning athletics. All of our schools here today compete in the NCAA Division II Sunshine State Conference, which is considered among the most competitive D2 conference in America. As an added bonus, summer year-round means there's no snow. So why should you study at an independent university in Florida? As we shared, there are lots of resources. Now we are going to transition into details about studying at each of our individual schools, and I will get the ball rolling with Florida Southern College. So to get started with some basic info, Florida Southern College is located in the city of Lakeland, which is almost exactly halfway between Tampa and Orlando. We have about 3,500 total students. Of these 3,500 students, about 60% are from the state of Florida and 40% are from out of state, representing nearly all 50 states and 50 foreign countries. On the next slide, I'll talk a little bit about academics. So here at Florida Southern, we have 70 different programs of study as well as 16 pre-professional tracks. Our most popular majors are biology or marine biology, nursing, business, music, theater, and exercise science. We are a liberal arts college at our core, so no matter what your major is, you are going to be getting a well-rounded degree. A little bit more info on academics can be found on the next slide. We place a heavy emphasis on engaged and experiential learning. So you are going to be an active participant in your classroom regardless of major. We truly believe in the power of learning by doing and immersing our students in their field as soon as possible. A few examples that you can see right on this slide. We have a photo of our CBS affiliate studio, which is right on campus and allows communication students to get hands-on real-life broadcasting experience. Our biology students, we have a photo here as well. They're conducting research with antibiotic-producing microorganisms the very first week they are on classes through a partnership with the Tiny Earth Network. We're able to offer engaged experiences in part because of our small class sizes. The average class size is about 18 and our student-to-faculty ratio is 14:1. All of the classes are taught by the professors themselves. We never have graduate assistants or student assistants leading the courses. And this just ensures that students are learning directly from the experts in their field. Jumping ahead to the next slide, part of our engaged learning experience includes these 3 guarantees: study abroad, professional internship, and graduating in 4 years. The first guarantee I'd like to highlight is the study abroad. We guarantee this through our Junior Journey program, which is a 7 to 10 day trip over school breaks in either your junior or senior year. You go with a professor, so there is an academic component that you get course credit for. The best part of this trip is that they are at little to no additional cost to students, and we offer both domestic and international options. And you can also go on any trip that interests you, not just the one that's affiliated with your major. We also guarantee internships to all of our students regardless of major. 95% of employers are looking for new hires with experiences, so internships allows you to be a competitive candidate once you enter the job market. Students have options to do internships locally right here in Florida during the school year, or if they have an opportunity closer to home over school breaks, they can also take advantage of that. And the last guarantee is to graduate on time. We're able to offer this guarantee because, in addition to everything else we've shared about academics, students are paired with an academic advisor in their field of study as soon as they are on campus. They meet with their advisor several times a year to make sure they're on track for graduation. We're also very transfer credit friendly, so you may be coming into college with some college level courses under your belt already. Jumping ahead to the next slide, why is all of this important? Well, because it translates to post-graduation success. A third of our students go on to a graduate program, and the remaining 2/3 enter the workforce. Most importantly, 97% of our students report achieving their post-graduation goals within 1 year of graduating from FSC. On the next slide, while academics are important, we also wanted to talk a little bit about student life because Florida Southern does pride itself on being a true campus community. In fact, students are required to live on campus all 4 years. This also means that you're guaranteed to have housing on campus all 4 years. Our 16 different housing options include on-campus dorms as well as apartment complexes near campus for upperclassmen. The next slide has a little bit of info about athletics. We have 20 NCAA Division II sports teams on campus and 30 national championships under our belt, so there is a lot of school spirit around our athletics. All the recruitment is handled by the coaches directly, so students who are interested, we encourage you to reach out on our athletic website. The next slide has some info about clubs in general. We have a lot of opportunities to practice at the intramural level for sports. We also have Greek life, student government, faith life, and multiple special interest groups. So there truly is something for everyone. On the next slide, so now that we've talked a lot about FSC, let's talk about how to officially become an FSC moccasin, the snake, not the shoe. First and foremost, it's 100% free to apply no matter how you do so. Our application is on the FSC website, and we're also available on Common App and Coalition App. In addition to the application, we are going to need a high school transcript and a personal statement. We will also accept a letter of recommendation, but that is optional. This year, we've adopted a test optional policy, so you can submit ACT or S scores if you have them, but if you have been unable to test or are not happy with your scores, you don't have to submit them. We are on rolling admissions, so once these materials are in, you will have your decision within 2 to 4 weeks. You are also welcome to submit these materials one at a time as they are available. You don't need to send everything in all at once. And then on my final slide today, we know that cost is a major factor in the decision-making process, so I just wanted to touch base on financial aid. Every application that is read is automatically considered for an academic-based scholarship. You don't need to apply separately. We do encourage all students to file FAFSA at least for the first year because we do also offer some need-based aid opportunities. Some departments on campus offer specific scholarships based on an audition, portfolio review, athletic recruitment, interview, etc. And we do have some special scholarships that you can apply for separately, and those will be found on the scholarship page of our website. We are scholarship stacking, so that means we will accept any outside scholarship or grant a student receives on top of their financial aid award letter. So now I am going to pass the baton on to Florida Tech.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so just to get some little background, Florida Tech is located in Melbourne, Florida. So we are right in the middle of the state on the East Coast. We are about 40 minutes from Cape Canaveral and about an hour away from Orlando. So really close to a lot of different things, and we're also really close to the beach as well. We're about 10 minutes from the beach. We were founded in 1958 by NASA scientist Jerome Cooper as a school for NASA scientists to further their education. We have about 3,500 undergraduate students and about 2,000 graduate students on campus. So we have a decent sized campus, and we have about 187 different degrees. On the next slide, you can see our 4 different colleges. Our largest college is the College of Engineering and Science. 75% of students fall under this college. Something that is unique about Florida Tech that I like to mention while on this slide is that we admit students directly into their majors. So a lot of schools that you may be looking at, you'll basically go there for 2 years, take general classes, and then have to apply for your junior year to the college that houses your specific major. But here at Florida Tech, we admit you directly into your major. You start taking your major specific classes your first year here, right from the start, so that you get that hands-on experience. This picture that you can see in this slide is one of the telescopes that we have on campus. It's called the Ortega Telescope and is the second largest research telescope in the state of Florida. On the next slide, I'm going to talk a little bit about our Fast Track program and some internship opportunities. So our Fast Track program is what we offer for a majority of our majors. And basically, this program allows you to get your master's degree in 5 years instead of 6. So basically how that works is you apply during your junior year. And if you're accepted into the program, then you take your first year of your master's courses will actually supplement your senior year of your undergraduate degree. So that is what allows you to graduate in 5 years instead of 6 with your master's. And then co-op and internship opportunities, we have a variety of those available to our students. Our career services office is absolutely amazing. They hold 2 career fairs every year, one in the fall and one in the spring. We encourage all of our students to attend. You can definitely go to these fairs as a freshman, even if you're not necessarily looking for a job or internship right off the bat. You can definitely go just to network, or even just to, see what companies are there and to see what kind of jobs that they're offering. Our career service office also will help you prepare for entering the workforce, whether that be helping you prepare your resume, or helping you decide what to wear, or holding a mock interview for you. As you can see from this slide here, research is a big part of our school. We are a STEM university and a research-based university, so you can get involved with different research opportunities as a freshman. There's always opportunities for students to get involved. Student design is actually a project component that a lot of majors have here at Florida Tech. So this student design is an interdisciplinary capstone project that students complete during their senior year. And basically they spend all year working on something, building something, a vehicle, a robot, a gadget, a software program, something. And at the end of the year in April, Northrop Grumman, one of the large companies in the area, hosts a showcase for all of the projects, and it's open to the public, and they actually come in and judge the event, which is really awesome. On the next slide, I'm going to touch on athletics just for a little bit. As I was already mentioned, we are in the NCAA Division II and compete in the Sunshine State Conference. We have 18 varsity sports, and we do have a variety of intramural and club sports as well if you're interested in playing sports, but you don't really want to compete at the NCAA level. All right, on the next slide, we have a basic overview of our admissions process. So in order for us to begin making an admissions decision, there are 3 things that we absolutely need to have. We need to have a completed application, we need to have a copy of your transcripts, and we need to have your test scores. As far as the application goes, you can apply 2 different ways. You can either apply directly on our website at fit.edu, or you can apply via the Common App. We accept both. We do still require test scores, so we definitely will need either the SAT or ACT. While we still require those, we are rolling admissions, so you can apply whenever during the school year. As you can see from the slide, the essay and letters of recommendation are optional, but we highly encourage students to submit those as well, because it gives us a better idea of who you are, kind of outside your academics. As you can see from the next slide, this is our admitted student profile. So this will give you an idea of what the average GPA and test scores were for the incoming class from last year. Every year we receive about 11,000 applications, and we admit roughly 60% of them. Again, these are just averages. We have admitted people with lower GPAs and people with test scores outside of these ranges. This is just an average to give you an idea of kind of what we're looking for. We also look at your classes as well. So for example, if you're looking at going into a STEM major, we want to see that you've taken, biology, chemistry, physics, and at least pre-calculus with math as well. So it's really looking at, a combination of classes and test scores. As far as career goes, as you can see from this slide, these are some of the companies that our students get jobs with after graduation. Students can also get jobs with these companies while they're still at Florida Tech as well. Something we're very proud of is our placement rate. We have a 95% placement rate, and what that means is within 6 months of graduation, 95% of our students either have a job in their field of study or they have been accepted into grad school, which is something that's pretty awesome. On the next slide, I'm going to talk about financial aid really quickly. 94% of our students receive some sort of financial aid, and the average financial aid package for this year was $33,500. We receive all kinds of financial aid, as you can see also from the next slide as well. So it's a two-tiered process. So when you apply, the majority of students will receive an initial merit-based scholarship or grant, and that is based solely on your GPA and your test scores. And then your rest of the financial aid package is built afterwards, and it's usually around December when those go out. We strongly encourage our students to fill out the FAFSA. Even a lot of times we get students that say, oh, well, I know I don't qualify for federal aid, so there's no point in me filling out the FAFSA. We still encourage you to do so, because while you may not be eligible for some federal aid, we might have some aid here at Florida Tech that we would be able to give you based off of what your FAFSA results are. So we strongly encourage you to fill that out as well. All right, so now I'm going to hand things over to Omar.
Thank you so much. And now on to Lynn University. Out of the 3 universities, we are the one that is located further south in the state. We are an hour north of Miami. If you're flying into Fort Lauderdale, that's going to be about half an hour south of us. And if you're flying into West Palm Beach, that's 20 minutes north of us. So 3 major airports that you can fly into from wherever you are from. Boca is where summer is endless. This is where we have sun all year long. If I could actually tilt my screen and show you, it is 94 degrees, it is sunny, it is beautiful. Our students are having a blast despite COVID. People are keeping their social distance, but they're going out, they're interacting, they're able to go to the beach. They're able to have a life and a good college life while maintaining all the restrictions and the protocols of the CDC, the state and the county level. Lynn University is a small university. We're about 3,200 students. The breakdown is between about 50% out of state from nearly all 50 states and territories, about 20% international, and about 30% Floridian from all over the state. As you notice, we are 3,200, but there's about 40,000 students that are located in Boca between us and 2 other universities within a 5-mile radius. So you get the benefit of being at Lynn, getting the education that is tailored to you in a classroom of no more than 18 to 19. You're able to network, but at the same time, you're able to go out into the city and meet tons and tons of more students that you can interact and develop that network. You're also going to notice that we are located in one of the fastest growing metro areas in the United States. Keep in mind that within Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade County, there's a little over 40 Fortune 500 companies that have a headquarter down here. We've had students that have interned with them and have had job opportunities as well. But one of the things that makes Lynn most unique is our diversity. You're gonna notice it right away that not just for when it comes to in-state and out-of-state, but international. We actually have been ranked the most diverse university in the south of the United States. I'm a prime example. I'm Egyptian, my director is Italian, my VP is South African. My colleague that's right across here is Scottish, and this is just within the Office of Admission, and it spreads throughout all of campus. So you know you're coming to a place that loves people from different backgrounds. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, your race, how you identify in terms of gender. This is a place that is inclusive of everybody. The second big thing that you're going to notice about Lynn is the fact that everything runs on an Apple ecosystem. We are an Apple distinguished school for a multitude of reasons. But the one thing that I know that you're going to be excited about is a part of your tuition. You're getting the brand new iPad Pro with the keyboard and the pencil. This is where all your education is going to be on. Your books are going to be preloaded, so we're saving you roughly 97–98% in terms of the total cost. When I was studying, I roughly paid about $260 for the entire year in books. I want you to go around and ask some of your friends who have enrolled into college at different places where they're paying $300, $400, even $500 per book, and then trying to sell it for pennies on the dollar. So we're saving you money in that sense. Another thing that is great with the iPad is you're going to have it right in front of you. So when a professor is teaching, if there comes a notification in the news that is relevant to the class, you're able to shift the dynamics in the classroom and be able to study live in real time. You're no longer obligated to study in a book that was printed the year before. Now you're getting all the information that is happening right now, which makes your education truly, truly unique. But another part that is very unique to Lynn is our 3-year accelerated bachelor. Whether you want to graduate because you want to hop into grad school, that way you can go on to med school or law or whatever it may be, or you want to start a job, or you just need to get out of school as quick as possible, we're offering you this opportunity. Our 3-year bachelor's enables you to graduate and save $50,000 because the extra class per semester and the summer courses are covered by us as an institution. So this is a big savings in a time where financial hardship may be prevalent in the nation. As you'll see, we are very well known in several different majors. We have 6 different colleges: aeronautics, arts and science, business, communication and design, elementary education, and our world-renowned Conservatory of Music. Keep in mind that the majority of our students end up being in the College of Business, whether that is sports management, international business, or even cybersecurity and data analytics. As I mentioned, Lynn keeps things very, very differently than most other schools, and that carries into our dialogues. When you look at it, you probably have no idea what dialogues mean. Most schools have a foundation 2 years, and then you do your major for the last 2 years. At Lynn, we've scrapped that whole foundation, and we've called them dialogues, because we're focusing on 5 key areas that are developing your skills. I can almost guarantee you it's very, very minimal that you're going to graduate from college and go on and your employer is going to tell you, let me test you on the following subjects. They're more interested in the skills that you have acquired. They're more interested in the internships that you have acquired. And this is where the dialogues come in. For instance, we have a class that is dedicated to personal finance. How do you do your taxes? What is your APR for a car and a mortgage? How do you balance your checkbook and a credit card? How to avoid debt? When you look at the stock market, you have an app on your phone, maybe you have pressed on it once or twice, all you see is tickers and symbols. Unless you've studied it, you have no idea how to invest. We're gonna teach you how to invest. We have classes that are tackling subjects such as magic, religion, and science. 3 words that are typically not in the same sentence, but we like to go into those taboo subjects to help you have a respectful conversation. Look all over the news now or in social media on your phone. You're seeing clashes between people. There's no longer a respectful dialogue. People are me, I'm right, you're wrong, and it's just chaos. We are tackling these taboo subjects to get the next generation of students to be respectful. That way, when you come into a place where there might be potential argument, you can clearly say, I respect your opinion. I have my opinion that I am entitled to, but we can stay friends at the end of the day. So this is what an education at Lynn can provide you. Aside from academics, we have tons of events and sports on campus. We're, just like my colleagues, we're NCAA D2 in 19 different sports with tons of championships. So whether you want to catch a soccer game, a lacrosse game, go see some golf, lacrosse, catch a swim meet, whatever it may be, we have the sports available. When it comes to clubs and organizations, we have nearly 60 clubs and organizations, including Greek life, and events are endless on campus. Keep in mind, a very distinct feature of Lynn is the first 40. The first 40 days as a freshman are probably the most stressful. You're leaving home, you're leaving your friends, you're leaving everybody that you know, and you're coming to a place where you may know a few or you may not know anybody. So we've dedicated the first 40 days to be truly unique to you. We have events every single day to get you to know people in your dorm, people in your hall, people in your major, people across different majors. That way, within 40 days, you are already accustomed to Lynn and you have friends of a lifetime. If all of this sounds great to you, you can apply via the Common App or our website, www.lynn.edu/apply. The application requirements is just like my colleagues. We're looking for your transcript, your letter of recommendation. Test scores are optional at Lynn for the past several years. and of course your resume and your essay. Once I receive all of those documents, I'll be able to read the application and give you a decision in a timely manner. Now, of course, we live in the world of social media, so make sure that you check us out on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and much more. And my contact information is again right here. Now that we've wrapped up about the 3 schools, we're going to be giving it a little bit of time for our current students to send us some questions. But I know a common question that we get all the time is, how is our campuses handling COVID? So I'll let my colleagues go first, that way you can get a break from me, and I'll talk a little bit about how Lynn is handling COVID as well.
Yeah, so in terms of our reopening plan for COVID this year, we did have to decrease our capacity for students living on campus, but we upgraded our internet infrastructure, our ability to broadcast, and we are running half of our students on campus and the other half learning remotely from home. Obviously, the same social distancing guidelines apply on campus as they do with the CDC, and kind of the nice thing is the students who are home, they're still attending their same classes, they're just joining in via Zoom, and there's a webcam set up in the classroom so they can still work with all of their peers.
All right. Similarly, we gave our students the option to either do remote learning or in person. A majority of students actually came back to campus. So we do have a majority of our students on campus taking classes. Our average class size right now is about 22 students. We have been maintaining social distancing, increasing, sanitation on campus, and just keeping up with the guidelines. Our dorms are down to single occupancy for this semester, just to kind of keep everyone as safe as possible on campus.
Similar to my colleagues here, Lynn is operating in the same manner, in which we've offered our students an option to either study completely online or to be back on campus. But we've switched things a little bit on campus. We're doing one day on ground and then the other day on Zoom. That way, we've shrunken the classroom from 19 to about 10 or 11. This allows us to maintain the proper social distancing. We have HEPA filters everywhere throughout campus. We have CVS on ground Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 to do free testing for students, faculty, and staff, and much more. So I think between the 3 of us, you are well assured that you're coming to a place that is going to take care of you and is going above and beyond the guidelines that are necessary by county, state, and of course CDC as well. See, a question that just came in from a student that is asking, what is your favorite spot on campus?
Yeah, so a cool thing about Florida Southern, we are the largest single site collection of Frank Lloyd Wright architecture in the world. And so we have this cool spot on campus. It's a water dome that was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. So it's a big, beautiful pool with jets of water along the outside. It's right out front of our library, which has a Starbucks affiliated little cafe. So that's a really nice place for students to go and study, or for, staff to sit and people watch for a little bit over our lunch break.
My favorite place on campus probably would have to be the botanical gardens. We have a bunch of area on our campus that is just dedicated with nice walking paths. It has lots of beautiful flowers and all kinds of beautiful plant life, palm trees. You can walk the paths, you can hang hammocks in the trees. A lot of students will go there just to kind of get away from campus. It's kind of like a little get away from campus, but you're still on campus. It's really, really beautiful, really peaceful. There's a little pond with lots of turtles that attract a lot of students. It's just a really awesome place to hang out on campus.
Well, for us here at Lynn, it's a little bit hard to pinpoint it to one particular area, but I must say it's our new university center, the Christine E. Lynn University Center. Just to give you a perspective of how big it is, it's bigger than the White House. So it is a massive place that you can go to have dining, collaboration spaces, where our clubs and organizations are. But my favorite spot within the university center is where we have our dining hall. There's a little hungry kid inside of me at all times, and I like going there because of the food. If you didn't know, Lynn offers unlimited meals. And the food, we have everything from vegan, vegetarian, kosher and halal, international cuisine, and much more. So every, I would say, an hour or two, I'll just take myself, go stroll through the nice sunny walkway to grab something, grab a coffee, and then walk my way back. Then I see another question that is a little bit similar. What would be your favorite spot within your city or your county, like a place that you frequent?
Yeah, I would say Florida Southern's Office of Admission, our whole favorite place is Black and Brew. There's a big coffee culture in Lakeland, so a lot of us mention coffee shops. Lakeland's also a really great place for independently owned businesses. There's a lot of little cafes, and Black and Brew, the best way to describe it is it's like an independently owned Panera. You can do combo soup and sandwiches, but there's also a full coffee bar with all kinds of, straight coffee or fancy and fun drinks and things. So we do a lot of ordering out from them.
So my favorite thing to do in the Melbourne area is definitely go to the beach. Our campus is literally like 10 minutes from the beach or less than 10 minutes from the beach. So it's really easy to get over there. It's really easy for students to go, whether they have a car or not. Freshmen are allowed to have cars, but a lot of students on campus do have cars. If not, there's like buses students can take over to the beach, and a lot of students will spend their weekends at the beach. So that's a great place to go.
I think for us here in admission, unlike you, Leanne, we can agree on a consensus of where to be, but I think we all end up going to the same district, which is the Meisner Park area. This is our downtown of Boca. This is where we have the amphitheater, we have the art museum, a lot of shops and restaurants, but we'll definitely cross paths, but in different shops. That's about 2 miles away from campus, and it is a mile away from the beach. So we typically end up going to the beach afterwards. And then I see another question that is coming in that is in regards to visits. Is your campus allowing visits? If so, how can they schedule visits?
Yes, we are currently open for visits, and we make it as easy as possible. If you go onto our visit page, flsouthern.edu/visit, you can opt into either in-person or virtual. In-person, we have tours Monday through Friday, a couple times a day. We do have a maximum capacity, so we require advanced registration. And yep, you just click the day you come, register, and come onto campus. And then in terms of virtual visits, we're also hosting webinars led by specific faculty members. We call them mock talks. So if you're unable to make it to campus, but want a deep dive into a specific major, we definitely encourage checking those out too.
So we're doing something similar as well. We are open for in-person campus visits, which you can sign up for on our website. We have a number of those throughout the day, Monday through Friday, and we are limiting our capacity as well. Everyone has to wear a mask on campus, and we do temperature checks and everything just to make sure that everyone is safe over here. Also, if you are unable to come for an in-person visit, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have student panels. So it's a similar format to this, where we have 5 or 6 student ambassadors from a variety of different majors sit down and talk, and we'll answer questions for you. It's a format very similar to this, where you'll have the students, and you can see them and you can ask them questions, and they'll answer them about student life, about classes, about what it's like here at Florida Tech. So those are on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well.
And of course, similar to my colleagues, we have the options for you to come visit Lynn. We have 3 distinct options. You can do a virtual visit completely online from the comfort of your home. You can come down for a drive-through with your car. We'll have you online with one of our student ambassadors via FaceTime while you drive through, if you're not so interested to hopping on campus at this point. If you're ready to join us on campus, we have an option which you and 2 guests can come along. Campus tours are typically about an hour and a half. We'll show you all throughout campus. And all of this can be scheduled online at lynn.edu/visit. There's a few questions that are popping up, but I think I'm gonna take one last one because of our time constraint, and it is regardless to hurricanes. Is your school being affected by hurricanes? If not, how is it prepared for hurricanes, since we live in the great state of Florida?
Absolutely. So Lakeland, we're just about in the middle of the state, so hurricanes aren't supposed to be too bad, here, but that doesn't mean we it's impossible. For example, Hurricane Irma, that hit us pretty hard in 2017. We have options for both students who are choosing to evacuate or students who remain on campus. If we are going to evacuate, we make the call with enough time for students who do need to get out of state to make arrangements to travel. We run shuttles to the airport, etc. And for any students who are unable to go home or unable to find a friend to go home with them, we have facilities here on campus that are safe and storm-proofed and have access to food and water and everything, where our students will bunk down for the duration of the storm.
Yeah, so very similar. We've only had to shut down like twice within the past couple of years. I don't remember, it was really bad. And then we also shut down for Dorian as well. Even though that didn't necessarily hit us, we did shut down for that because it looked like it was kind of coming. But again, we take all precautions necessary. We'll give you ample amount of time to evacuate if you need to evacuate. If not, there are a bunch of local shelters that our students are able to go to. A lot of students will just, make it like a mini vacation. They'll go to Georgia or something with a group of friends, kind of like that. But, there's always enough time. There's always enough warning. Our meteorology students absolutely love hurricanes because, they love collecting the data from the storms and hanging out on campus and doing all that kind of thing. So they love hurricanes. The rest of us leave, but we do take all precautions necessary.
Similar to my colleagues as well, Lynn takes all necessary precautions in regards to hurricanes. We're actually been very, very fortunate that our entire school is hurricane proof. So this has been a blessing in times of which a hurricane comes near. We've been very, very lucky for the past few years. We haven't had anything that is near campus. The last one was Dorian. It kind of gave everybody a scare, but our students didn't evacuate. They stayed in. We had food, water, and supplies as well for the duration of the hurricane. At this point, I would like to thank my colleagues, Julianne, Leanne, and Strascan as well for getting this all set up. I hope this was informative for everyone. Again, you have all of our information over here. Feel free to email us, call us, or text us, and definitely visit us on our websites. Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank everybody for attending. Once this ends, there'll be a quick 4-question survey that will appear. So please do that so we can get a little feedback from the sessions. Again, to sign up for more sessions at www.wvacrao.org/student access. And this recording will be available at the same website within a week afterwards. Thank you very much.